Hi folks, Rodney back again with Rodney's Northwest Riding Reviews. Today I'm going to do a quick walk around video on both a Tacoma TRD Off-Road and then also a TRD Sport. This one has the TRD Off-Road upgrade package, and this is just a standard TRD Sport. It does have the heated seats and larger screen, and I'll show you that here in a moment. But I'll kind of talk about some of the differences between the TRD Off-Road, TRD Sport, what makes them different from one another, and then show you what's included in an upgrade package. So first off, TRD Off-Road, what you're going to get is obviously you get the all-terrain tire instead of an all-season tire on the TRD Sport. You do get composite skid plates. So as you can see there, right, I think it's a little bit flimsy, but you know, it's there for its intended purpose. But anyway, you get the front skid plate, you get one under the transfer case, you also get one under the fuel tank that's in the back. On the TRD Sport, it's going to come standard with, and I apologize in advance for the road noise. I didn't have an area where I could get kind of away from the road today, but I wanted to take advantage of the time that I had to go on ahead and put these side by side. But back to the TRD Sport. So it does have a hood scoop. Now it's not active. When you pop the hood, it actually kind of looks like it could be, but the intake for the air is clear up here. So you get just as much air coming in from the grill as what you could possibly get from the scoop, so it's inactive. But anyway, if you look at the front end, they're both going to have the honeycomb grill. They both have the LED headlamps and fog lights. The TRD Off-Road upgrade package is going to have parking sensors both front and rear, which you see it doesn't have on the TRD Sport. Now on the vehicle, TRD Off-Road is going to have the 17-inch aluminum wheels. The TRD Sport is going to come with 18-inch aluminum wheels. The TRD Sport is going to have the painted fender flares, where you have the matte gray finish on the TRD Off-Road. All of the TRD models that I've seen, and that's TRD Sport and TRD Off-Road, they're coming with the overlay emblems. Now the one thing that is optional for them is to have the insert in the back tailgate. They changed the badging, which is much smaller than what it has been in the previous years. I guess kind of the way the contour of the bed, it kind of makes sense to why they've done it that way. But I kind of preferred the larger badging myself. Now this one is a long bed, so the long bed is a 6-foot bed. The short bed is a 5-foot bed. All right, other than that, most of the things are going to be similar. You're going to have 4-pin wiring harness, 4-pin and 7-pin wiring harness on both the TRD Sport and the TRD Off-Road. You got your tow package comes standard. So this one does have the spray-on bed liner. I know there's been some people who really kind of talked about that. Number one, don't understand why you would want to spray in bed liner on a composite bed to begin with. The biggest reason is with the composite bed is still pretty slick. So with the spray-on bed liner, not only does it prevent it from getting really scratched up, but it also prevents things from sliding around. Now, to the touch, it still feels pretty slick. But I've actually used mine. I had a toolbox back there and kind of expected to slide around a little bit, and it actually stayed in place, so I was quite impressed with that. You notice that there's just a standard TRD Sport does not have the 110 outlet, nor does it have the USB-C charge ports, and of course the DC old cigarette lighter type plug-in as well. Now, all the TRD models are coming with the bed lights, and you got your LED lights on the back, and then of course you have your third stoplight. This being the TRD Off-Road upgrade package does have the USB-C charge ports, 110 outlet. You get a small cargo area there, and this one also has a spray-on bed liner. All right, let's talk about what you get in the TRD Off-Road upgrade package or TRD Sport upgrade package. So first off, pricing on this particular truck, they call it TSRP now instead of MSRP, is $51,020. So the TRD Off-Road upgrade package is $4,640, and with that you're going to get the 8-way power adjustable seats on both the driver and passenger side. You'll get a heated steering wheel. You're going to get the JBL audio flex, and that's going to have the portable speaker that you can take out. You get auxiliary switches, and I'll show those to you in a moment. We already talked about the 110 outlet back there, integrated brake controller, and horizontal rear sliding rear window. So you see that on the back of this one, where the TRD Sport is just a solid glass. All right, inside the vehicle, we talked about the power adjustable seats. On the TRD Off-Roads, and I've seen this with all the TRD Off-Roads I've seen so far, this actually is a bronze color. I know it really doesn't look like it here until you can actually see it in the light, but it actually is. And this is like a lighter color there as well. This one does have the sunroof as part of the upgrade package. Now, here's what's kind of unique. So the ones with the TRD Off-Road upgrade package and also the TRD Sport upgrade are coming with an 8-inch screen. The funny thing is you're paying extra for the premium JBL audio system, which does sound a lot better than the regular system, and you do get the portable speaker, but they come with a smaller screen. When you don't get the upgrade package, they're coming with a 14-inch screen and heated seats. Now the upgrade package already has the heated seats, so it's kind of strange why Toyota's decided to do it that way. Personally, I think if you're spending the extra money for the upgrade package, you'd prefer to have the larger screen, but for whatever reason, that's the way they're doing it. I did have a viewer ask me about the lift. For anybody who hasn't seen the videos already, I do have a 2024 Tacoma TRD Off-Road myself. And I just put a rough country leveling kit on it, and then I put some larger KO3 tires on it. But the nice thing about this, when you put a leveling kit on it, or if you're towing a trailer, you have the ability to adjust the headlights, and so you can kind of aim them down a little bit so that you're not actually blinding people. So when you don't get the power seats with just standard model, you do have the air lumbar support. But you're going to have manual adjustments for backrest. This is so you can raise or lower the seat, and then of course a manual slide forward and back. Now the TRD models do get the sport pedals, and you see those there. And let's just kind of look in here real quick. So everything from this point kind of looks the same as what you get with the TRD Off-Road upgrade or TRD Sport upgrade package. You do also pick up the home link, which is not listed there, so this one does not have it. Now these are the seats that I have in my truck. I saw an SR5 earlier today that had a solid black. And I kind of like the look of these. The one thing that I'm not 100% sure about is long term, I don't know how easy those are going to get dirty. I've only had mine for a couple weeks, and I haven't really been out in a situation where I got any dirt on them yet. So I'll kind of give you a follow-up review on that as time goes on. So, all right, I mentioned the integrated brake controller. Now, these are going to have the, and this is TRD Sport or TRD Off-Road, but they're going to have the customizable dash. And so I noticed with the SR5 model, and I'll kind of show you what I mean here in a moment. I can jump in this one and do it. With the SR5 model, I noticed that it has only one single cluster. All right, so if you wanted to go in there and customize, I'm going to turn the volume down here. So first off, you're going to push and hold your settings menu. Now it's in there, and now I can go into it. All right, so now that we're in the settings menu, you can go down to meter settings, just push and hold it. You can go to meter type. And so these are the different settings that you have for it. So if you wanted to see just like a blank screen with things that you can customize on both the left and right hand side, you got that right there. If you wanted just a single cluster there, And then you can change the look of it. So for instance, you can go to meter style. This is how it looks in casual, smart, tough, and then sporty. So this is kind of how it would be on an SR5 model. You do have the ability to adjust it. You only get three. I think it's casual, tough, and sporty, I think, were the only three choices that you have, but it would only be a single cluster like that. So if I go back and go back into meter type, I can go back to the 2 dials, and that's what it would look like. So meter style, and put it back on tough because that's what a lot of people seem to like. And then you can customize both the left and right hand side. Now you'll notice, if I can't get back in there right now, but you actually have 3 different profiles, and you can set for 3 different types of driving conditions. So for instance, if you're towing a trailer and you want to see certain things in there, see you got water temperature, oil temperature, and then if you wanted to see, for instance, if you wanted to put your towing specs on the left hand side, you could do so. Or if you want to see turbo boost, you could see that. So just depending on your driving conditions, or even what you just want to see in your instrument cluster there, you can customize it the way you want. They've got nice large tactile buttons here, so they're easy to maneuver. They say the reasoning is like if you were in a cold climate and you had gloves on, you'd still be able to operate these without having to take your gloves off. They took away the dual climate control on the TRD Off-Road upgrade packages, and that includes the Sport too. But you still have a single zone climate control, but they took away the dual zone. People have talked about the space in the rear seat, and if you open the door, and I'll open the door here in a moment, it looks like you have less space. They've actually increased the length of the rear cushion, and that kind of creates an optical illusion where it seems like you have less space. They've increased the bottom seat cushion by 2 inches, so it creates an illusion that you have less leg room, but the leg room is actually the same. They also increase this width here area, so you lose a little bit of visibility, you know, kind of off to the sides, and that also makes it seem a little smaller back here. But like I said, as far as you have more headroom, you have more leg room, or the same leg room, and the seats are actually more comfortable. Behind the seat, you have a little storage space on here. When you get the TRD Off-Road upgrade package, it has a subwoofer in the back on that one, so you kind of takes up your space here, but you have a little cargo space over there with your jack and your handle underneath. And you can lock this up in place. So the way you would do it is just take the strap, click it onto the fastener there, and holds it up out of the way. But you do have additional storage space here. Most of them I'm seeing are coming with a first aid kit. You do have a couple USB-C charge ports there. Another thing I'll mention too is that you have the ability to fold the seat cushion down. Now this seat seems like it's leaned back a little bit, but this will actually lay down flat, and so it creates a flat storage space where you can actually store stuff on the back of the seat. You can also fold the headrest down if you want better visibility out the back. I've had the 3rd gen, I had 2 of the 3rd gen Tacomas, and I will say that in the 4th gen you actually have more visibility out the back window than what you did with the others, or what you did with the 3rd gen rather. They are coming standard with blind spot monitoring and rear cross traffic alert. I've got a full video where I've done just went over all the safety features and kind of customizing the instrument cluster. So if you haven't seen that, jump on over to my channel and take the time to watch it. There's a lot of information in there. Like I said, a lot of customability, but there's good information in that video as well. So hopefully that will help you guys a little bit. If you have any questions, any comments, go on ahead and send them my way. Take the time to like and subscribe. As we get more Tacomas in, I'm trying to go and give you guys a walk around video on them just to see what to expect, what certain equipment that you have and what you can get on them. So thanks again for watching. Have a great day.